The Senate President and my distinguished colleagues. My name is Jimoh Ibrahim. Thank you, Mr. President. I start to move the motion for achieving fair and balanced infrastructure development expansion route, specifically Akure roads repairs to be inclusive of Okutukpa, Igbekoda, Unity Road. The Senate notes that roads construction, repairs, design, and reconstruction are vital to any national economic development, particularly where traffic volume has increased significantly in support of commercial activities. Nigeria classifies roads as national importance, designed major roads as federal, states, or local government roads to ensure clear responsibility for maintenance. Also note that Akure road repairs, officially designed as Project C number 6509 and coded EPG 1219017, are federal government initiative supervised by Federal Ministry of Works and Housing with a total appropriation of over 30 billion. With the same amount allocated in the 2023 fiscal years. The project is ongoing and forms part of Nigeria's commitment to the United Nations-supported Sustainable Development SDGs goals, which align with the World Bank and IMF policies aimed at eradicating poverty in the year 2030. Further note that while the federal government's ongoing intervention on major highways are commendable, it is critical to capture and address concerns of key stakeholders affected by road conditions in the oil-producing areas. Aware that Ondo State is an oil-producing state, contributing 7% of Nigeria crude oil revenue, with the major oil production communities located in Ondo South Senatorial District. The primary area routes of the region of Ore, Okutukpa, Igbekoda Federal Road, which is directly linked to the ongoing project number CR6509 and account for 95% of the economic relevance of the corridor, yet remain largely unattended to. Also aware that sustainable engagement is vital in government decision-making, especially where the collective interest of communities coincides. The Ore Okutukpa Igbekoda route serve as a unity road, linking ongoing oil-producing community across the district and enabling shared economic and social benefits. Further note that protecting and strengthening the unity of community with common interests remain a national responsibility. The Federal Ministry of Works and Housing can deepen public trust and support and ensure equitable distributions of federal infrastructure projects, particularly in economic strategic regions. Recall that communities across Ondo South Senatorial District has historical coexistent peacefully and are committed to preserving their shared heritage and collective identity. Mr. Senate President, recognize the communal attention may arise when government policies and infrastructure appear to favor some communities over the other. It is the responsibility of the Senate to ensure fairness, equity, and national security. Oil-producing communities must benefit from resources derived from their land, and exclusion could create feeling of marginalization, especially when the community resources appear to be used to develop other areas. Concludes that excluding Ore, Okutukpa, Igbekoda Road from the ongoing federal government repairs effectively overlooked the only federal highway serving the oil community zone in the area, thereby marginalizing more than 2 million residents, including 1.5 million registered voters in Ondo South Senatorial District. In the interest of justice, equity, and national unity, it is important that the condor be included in the ongoing work. Only one prayer. Accordingly, aware. Urge the federal government, Federal Ministry of Works to incorporate Ore, Okitupa, Igbekoda Federal Road in the ongoing federal government repairs on the Akure Ore Road under project C number 6509. I so much respectively, Mr. Senate President.
Architect, I'm Senator Ashiru from Kwara South. Though I'm from Kwara South, I'm very, very conversant with Ondo State, the geography of Ondo State, and in particular, this axis we are talking about. We have been very unfair.
Where you executed several contracts for the Ondo State government.
Your Excellency, the whole nation as a whole, we have been very, very unfair to people of Igbokoda axis for so many reasons. If you are looking for a peaceful community in the whole of Southwest states, there's no community that is as peaceful as Igbokoda people. If you are looking for highly resource area in Ondo State, we should remember that beyond the oil we are talking about, there's abundant bitumen that we have not even tapped. This motion is very, very straightforward. And for the purpose of equity and fairness, I am moving that we should accede to the prayer in this motion. I so move.
Now I turn to the former leader,
Abdul Ningi, and I represent Bauchi Central of Bauchi State. Mr. President, the only reason why democracy is a democracy is the presence of a legislature, is the presence of a parliament. And the only reason why a parliament is a parliament is the presence of members elected to come to the parliament to represent their people. So in a nutshell, at every given time, Mr. President, when a senator raises up to discuss the problem of his constituency, that particular senator should be supported 100% because fundamentally, originally, that's why that senator is seated here. So when a senator speaks about people, whether you are aware of that problem or not, whether you have been to that domain or not, it is incumbent upon all of us to support a particular senator who brings the interests of his people to the fore. The Ore Ekiti-Pupa Road, I've been on that road for over a decade, precisely in 2017 and 2019. And it gives me a very gloomy perspective of Nigeria's problem as a whole. Because this is an area that was correctly stated is an oil-producing area. And about 7% of the crude of Nigeria comes from that part of Nigeria. And yet, for one reason or the other, roads like that becomes impassable. The people of that area becomes hopeless. They become helpless. The only reason why people hope raises is when a member from that particular community or another member that notices that kind of injustice brought up these issues. Having said that, let me commend Professor Jimoh for rightly cry loud and clear about the suffering of his people. And basically, that's why we come here, to speak for people, because not everybody will have the opportunity of coming here. So it is a representation. However, it is important now to say, apart from the federal government, that the prayer specifically targeted, we must encourage Senator Jimoh to also key in into the NDDC funding. He must also call the attention of his state government. He must also call the attention of his local government. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Because more often than not, I have seen states who do just parallel roads in anticipation of repayment. So it is important that this kind of attention should not only be targeted, even though it's a federal road, which is really ascertained, confirmed, it's a federal road, but what is the state government doing? What is the NDDC doing? What is the local government doing in making sure that even the peeling of potholes, they cannot wait for federal government only, considering the challenges that we have as a nation, whereby this attention, the federal government attention is called in 36 states of Abuja. So it's important, Mr. President, that we key into this and support this prayer, but also ask the senator, guide the senator to also key in on NDDC and state government. I so submit, Mr.
Thank you. We go to the prayers, which I read as follows. Urge the Federal Minister of Works to incorporate the Ore, Okitipupa, Igbo-Kota Federal Road into the ongoing federal government repairs on the Akure-Ore corridor under Project C, certificate number 6509. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Let me commend Senator Ambassador Designate Jimoh Ibrahim for bringing forward this motion. This shows that he cares for his people, that even though his outgoings is going to be an ambassador very soon, in the next few days, he's still determined to make sure that he undertake what he feels is the best thing to be done to his area in order to bring the needed development to them. This is highly commendable. And please do not rest on your oars, but continue, even if by the time you have gone to your ambassadorial assignment overseas, still continue on this trend of providing necessary support and service to your people. You can't work from there. You are someone who is versatile, someone who is really agile in terms of service to his people, service to humanity. The fact that you be away from the shores of this country should not stop you from extending your usual assistance to your people. Your assistance to the people is not confined to your area alone, it is to the entire country. Your scope does not have any boundary. So continue to work for your people and to work for Nigeria. Thank you very much for this motion. Thank you.